Dude, why is he bringing that up? Come on, man.
With Samsung SSDs,
Okay,
Samsung
Furia on
match
defense,
start.
2G on
It's our first time
attack.
actually seeing these teams face off in a BO3
Frenzy.
since then.
Sheriff.
To start things off on Corrode, the new map.
Dude, it's been a while since we've watched the Corrode.
Here in just a moment. 2G is going to start on the attacking side. Here you already have that aggressive Viper wall across the middle of the map. Meanwhile, Furia leaning towards posturing for some control. In that
But why do they perma smoke when they have a wall?
Viper wall up at the start of the round, walk up with little fade on the other side. It's going to get some info of these players working into B, but if Furia hold on to this mid control, they'll rotate on
Okay, so they can only put the wall if they take B control, sure. In case they try and take a timing on B, maybe?
You can hear the wall is just about to go down, which means gunfire will inevitably erupt. Paula there to take first contact, a paranoia and a stun. What value are they getting on the other side of that?
Not a whole lot, but LZ's taking
Yeah,
so
hold
low,
up.
Doug.
Meanwhile, the
Hold up, they're looking right
This
for a
is
pistol
dangerous.
here. They're doing some
They're
good
gonna have to find a way to
damage.
alleviate some of that pressure elsewhere along the map. But fortunately, it's just enough smokes to provide some
No,
cover.
fast kill
Provide
spikes.
damage, and they get out onto B. A great opener from Gobera, but rotations have arrived.
Yeah, 2G are just too slow to move it over into the B site. Now frantically trying to get involved into the site. Silence finds 2, Silence gets 3. 2J own it.
Barongo left in a 1v2. LZ very weak.
Oh, timing.
But Spike committed.
Oh wait, he's actually kind of owned the timing a
So
little
many
bit.
different angles that have to be
Wait, they
checked.
saw him.
Not a
Did he see
single
him?
kill will be found.
I thought he
That's
didn't
a
see him.
4K
Dude,
for
insane round from
Sentinel and
Silence.
the pistol for
Should have got
2G.
this guy.
Silence just went full beast mode there.
That was
I
a
mean,
great
2G were
great
kinda
pistol from him.
Out of the round, it seemed like the 2B players both getting shot down early before the rest of the team could group up. But I want to see his transfer here. Just beautiful work out of him.
Generally, the insta wall pop to block mid and
Dodging behind the box for a second after the
Omen
second shot he
smoke and
connected. Really nicely done.
Wyatt was
timing on
mentioning
B to
that,
exploit. But you
Vice
think they
was
literally
his
just
best
wall up
agent,
insta
and,
drop it?
I mean, there's certainly a little bit of comfort that's shown on this.
Just
I
for
wanna
the
get your
pure
thoughts very
timing. Dude, where
quickly
the hell is that on the map?
as we
What even
lead
was
into this
that?
next round. The Sage pick on Corrode. We don't see that super often as
Bro, this
Sage
guy's going crazy.
dies.
Yeah, well, Vice is just better than Sage. What can you say? No, it's a pick that we've only seen gone for in Pacific. As far as I know, we've seen Gen G play. We've seen global esports played against each other, as a matter of fact.
From his desk
And
commentary? Oh,
it
dude, I
does
need to
come
get
with
Desp
some
on Discord.
weaknesses, right? You're not gonna have the
Hold on, I need to
passive
get
info that a
Discord up
Vice
at
is
one
going
point
to
as
get you.
well.
But I have seen a
We might
few
have to wait until
different
halftime.
America's players running it in
I need to go to
solo queue,
the,
like Baby
countdown
Bay, I saw
screen.
played a little bit of Sage. Junk QT's played some Sage, and I think on a map where a lot of teams are running a lot of these like fast openers, the Sage just putting down an early wall over by A and then being able to reinforce the team into a mid fight. Gives you a lot of power in terms of just taking a lot of numbers to a fight because you have the guarantee of the wall.
Would you say that's notably stronger on the defensive side and it falls off a little on attack? Or
Antico doing outbright. It's 4-person stack and they're walking into the stack.
I would say it's nicer on defense to control into mid space, but if you're able to hold onto the wall when it comes time for post plants, it really simplifies things on the attacking side. But you have to get control of the site first, and that's tough.
Well, after your Sage thesis has been presented, meanwhile, all of the site had been taken. LZ much further up, and Verso has a Phantom, or had a Phantom. Found that nice little gift sitting on the map.
Little closer comfort.
Yeah, Tui's managed to pick that up. Both playing over an elbow. Gakko Barrow was a little bit outside of
Whoa.
high. He's gotten two with the classic.
What went on there? Bro.
Now the orb to provide some cover.
Tui's has a Phantom.
41 HP. What can Gobera do here? Full armor. Tap. And it's just a threat. It's just a bait. It's just a temptation to get them into the swing. And
He's got it.
that Phantom was
They
a difference
ecoed him.
maker.
Absolutely unreal. He's going to have the time here as well.
Wow, 4-person
0.67.
stack over towards the site, and they've ecoed them. And how did he manage to jump out and kill two? That was crazy. Yeah, it was nuts from him. Brycek, thanks so much for the prime. Appreciate the 3 months. Furia win. After this round? Yeah, he might be onto something. Bro, that's wild.
Jump kills the second player as well. Just unreal work out of him.
And then the third to secure the defuse. Big plays for sure out of Tui's. And so that's going to tie us up. That's going to put the money in a weird spot where now you've got Gobera on a Stinger, light armor on a couple of members of 2G. But we've already bucked the trend of what would be expected.
Dude, what skin is this? Sounds nuts.
2G just want to run a fast play into the B side. No Vise on this side. Makes it really easy to quickly accelerate on in. Have 5 players alive when it comes time for the post plant.
Heat has not been cleared though. And he's already Got to kill.
Oy,
That
oy, oy.
challenge onto the third will ultimately succumb to the pressure. But the damage has been done.
Yeah, the whole time they're pushing down into elbow to kill Heat. Players coming in on the rotate. Odin getting spammed
I
through
honestly
the wall.
hate watching teams retake from just this choke point.
Just so much
Scares the hell out of me.
Personnel and utility and firepower on the other side that you'd imagine 2G will fall, assuming Furia can execute it correctly. Now this retake is afoot. The dash comes through. 1 kill traded back. When you're up in numbers, you take
all
that
good.
position
Save
any
one of
day the
everything.
week.
2G need to reset quickly into this game. They're letting that round 2 slip away from them. But I do think they're onto something with just trying to abuse a little bit of this B site. Most teams that are playing the double smokes to the Sentinel, it's obviously going to be the Vise in there, and they can stack some of that Vise utility on the Viper. Makes breaching
Redeemed
be really
Fanky
challenging
mod. What is
unless
this
you're
one?
splitting out or you have to put a lot of pressure down early to bait away the utility. But unless the Sage moves to that side of the map, 2G can quickly move in wherever the Sage isn't.
I wonder if the game becomes a bit of finding the Sage under the hat, if you will.
Free, what's meant to happen when that
She's
happens?
playing, you can play on the other side. This time the slow orb's going to give the position away right at the beginning.
Yeah, slow orb plus a little bit of spam. If anyone's trying to go for an early orb or something like this, you can look for a pick.
Seeing some of that mid-fight already. 2E's getting a quick pick, traded back on the other side of the wall.
Looking for a little bit too much there.
Starting red to
Teammates
look a
rotating
bit
in,
like
but
a
they're just
stupid
little
map
bit
when everyone's
slow,
just
plus
spamming
there's
through
some smoke in
walls
front
and
of them, so they
smokes.
can't really help.
You got a freeze in the round now where I guess they're leaving Silence to go find anything he can.
Yeah, well, 2G need to freeze because that Sage wall went down into A, so it allows Orango, even with only 3 players alive, to move and hold this line.
He's gonna have to do more than just hold it. Drops
Yeah,
it,
and he's in a bit of trouble, but he's got good delay. Still wall here. In reaction to it, double push. It's a great shot, man. Science is looking
Corrode did his
sick.
best to hide and play behind his utility, but you can only do so much. So now Heat and
Rise with the
Verso are
plant
gonna rotate
gets
back out onto the site a little
1
bit late
away.
and outnumbered.
1 away.
There is a Nightfall for Adverso, though. They're going to be running into this wall, though. That's gonna ruin everything. Give up the Ghost a little bit. Because really, they needed to find a pick.
Okay, just wanting to do some money damage.
They wanted to actually give this a go. Now they're just going to hold high-low here. Pick up any guns.
They're taking Science
play
into
for
the
the
VSL,
exits.
dude. It's early days, don't worry.
They're very comfortable with each other.
Team bonding.
Oh, they're all coming into Furia!
Jesus, man.
Get a little bit.
It's good damage.
He just sold Adverso out. Not. I thought
So much for the team bonding and
I
being
really
comfortable.
thought they were friends. And he dies
Yeah, I
anyways.
thought he was gonna stay strong with him.
Sad.
So far we've had two round wins for 2G, and in both of those, Silence has been a key part of their success. Currently sitting at 8-2.
Yeah, got the ultimate online last round as well, so didn't have to use that. They can use that again to just bully, especially in post plants. I think that ult is so good at just stalling things out, forcing the other team to go for a reset. And Silence is a guy that is obviously flexing back onto Duelist sometimes, but has always been such a sharp shot for this 2G team.
Okay,
Even
important
blue
rounds.
spike.
He will continue. He will have to continue to be that for them to find success. Prize used the dog towards B main at the very beginning of the round.
They wall up,
Not
they
gonna find
smoke,
any
and then they
tags,
drop
so
wall.
ensuring there's no early presence and pressure coming in from the western side, and they can turn their attention over to A,
And you
where Orango's left there once again.
Exactly.
Fade eye over towards B to get info, nothing here.
Slows or a wall. Really what the Sage
Got
does for you is just buys you an extra
kind of at the moment.
5-10 seconds,
So they
and
pretty
that's
much know
enough
there's
for
a
your
fair
2
amount
or
over
3
towards
players
A.
that are always hanging out in mid to have the quick
Smoke
rotate
towards
over on
middle
the A
to
side.
block vision to create... Dude, that can't be the only thing they do at mid on to
Imagine
create
the
pressure.
value of the delay decreases as we're in rifle rounds. I mean, you put the wall up, it was melted instantly, so you aren't really getting as much as you were before.
Oh, I mean,
devalues as
that's
well, and
nice.
again, Spike is just doing that.
Just the fact that no one can capitalize off of it.
Already at the scene. He's already on the site.
But behind enemy lines, LZ went for that Omen.
Double
so he's
ult goes in, they
guaranteed
got the
spawn is
sight.
clear. Now 2G can
They got to
all
retake
focus
through
down
the
into
small
lane.
choke.
Gotta be careful if you're silenced.
Definitely a couple of
He has
times I'm
been
looking at
star for
Furia trying to
2G.
retake all coming from the same area. It worries me so much again.
Currently top fragging, and there is a lot to do on the other side of this orb.
Tons of support coming in for him as well. All this delay.
Dog confirming suspicions. C's not connecting, and the clock is ticking. They are taking
Yeah, it might just be saving this.
time on this.
It's a save. They can't play the game. And this is another round. Adverso's been sitting on this ultimate.
This was double ult for 2G.
To get back into that A side, especially because again, the Omen ulted back.
We're still worried about Furia. I mean,
so
yeah,
2G know that
but
it's only one
some of this stuff hasn't been too bad this
Furia
month.
It's
more just like how they're trying to retake is worrying me.
It's so easy to designate all of your utility,
right?
Put your sharpest shooter right now in silence on that line, and there's no way Furia are getting back in.
So 2G will take the lead. Questions again continue to abound on when Adverso will choose to pull that trigger on his Nightfall. You wonder here if, I mean, it's early.
Could you save him? Nah, I think it's too far gone.
In the near future.
Yeah, Furia have been going for similar setups every round. 3 players fighting into mid.
It depends. It depends how much better it looks this week.
A with the early wall.
I wouldn't want to try though.
Bit concerned for this Sage with how frequently 2G.
Okay, 3 guns saved.
Interesting defensive setup here. They've been fighting the middle.
Harlem might pop his ult into this one.
Been so, I mean, eloquently highlighting, and now they are foregoing controlling the middle of the map.
Omen flash early to take over towards middle in reaction to losing middle. Late Omen flash over towards B to try and get someone over towards B. And Fade ult goes in and doesn't hit anyone. They realize it's a free site.
It's a disaster.
It really is. And Spikes is going to get in some good positions there.
From Furia very early.
But a 1-for-1 is good for Furia.
Dude, they all go the same place every single time in the retakes.
And the Adverso ult. Maybe this is when we see that become a part of the equation.
Here it is.
Oh, dude, Spikes might farm this.
Ready and now popped.
The big stun.
Stun will buy a little bit of time. And Prize is there to cover.
The great molly.
But again,
that's a great molly. But dude, they can't get out of these chokes. Yeah, they need to just. They need to. You gotta split up, man.
Really
you gotta play together. Yeah, but it's.
And surely what's going
not
on
this map.
Is they think that the Nightfall is just a round
not in the
right?
retakes.
Get good information off the blood trails onto the ground. You can break that choke point. It doesn't matter. But I think that's just the wrong read because, again, 2G knew exactly where the approach was coming from. They
also worries me a little bit that, like, I know it's just a low buy, but this has been a couple of rounds where this is insanely weak and you can't retake this, but you can retake this. Or at least you can't retake this without mid.
A bit more stalwart in the early defensive approach.
Always keep your eye out for these tiny little angles you can see around the curvature of the Omen smoke.
Ooh.
Wow.
Just a pixel.
But Vaso is kind of farming.
All it takes.
9 kills.
2G will once again flirt with A.
But now this hold from A should be better because it'll be a paranoia on the reaction. And then Sage slows. Well, actually, Orongo's already out of those. So the stall not as good as I thought it was going to be.
However, the wall closing off
this is a strong pause.
in the middle of the map kind of makes that a bit one-dimensional.
You see over the smoke if it gets here? Yeah. Wait, this is a cool pause.
Potential smokes that are dropped here.
Yeah, this is really nice.
Play off of his teammate in pocket.
Has now dropped off a wall and playing a little bit further up. What is the go button for 2G here? Waiting for the gas to run out. 2E's takes a step back. Does not have that paranoia anymore.
Furia need to stay alive on site here. Stall as long as they can.
The problem is, Adverso is stuck off the play by his own wall.
Stuck on the wall.
So he can't get into it. He can't bolster the defenses. He can't reinforce the whole day. Fortunately for him, fortunately for
it's a stronghold though. Look at the time.
20
seconds. Made their way out of Elbow. Paula able to punish with one, and Furia stand tall.
Good work out of 2E's that round.
Look at him go.
Previously, we'd seen Orongo overcommitting a little bit to that A fight against all the utility they've been throwing him. So 2E's realized he can step back once the clock is starting to wind down. And if Furia just bunker in on site, you don't have to worry about retaking it. You just want to keep
I mean, they gotta create more pressure onto him.
To go toe-to-toe as 2G try to
not
hit.
Been,
can't lose
it's not been great for map control.
Exactly. It's just so simple to play Valorant if you never lose the site.
We are continuing to see some of these, like, clunky, maybe clunky feels like the best word for it, out of Furia. Little situations like that that feel like they're not synergistic, that they're kind of stumbling over their own approach in these rounds.
With that Sage wall over in Link you're talking about? Yeah. little awkward for Adverso. Ooh.
Oh boy.
Thought that might have been a
Is
kill.
he just not absolutely wrecked? I think he's so wrecked.
LZ will fall.
Yeah, dude. I mean, they pretty much got mid down. You know that? Do you know what's kind of mad? Is I've been asking for a team to perma spam this at the beginning, and the fact that Furia giving it to me is not the team I expected to do it best.
Now, given how these last couple of rounds
Yeah, this should always be walled up, perma spammed.
What was it that was so much more successful for Furia?
It is entirely the switch between Omen and Sage, because Omen had been a part of the mid fights previously. Sage had been A. So first of all, Orongo was getting bullied in main, and in the previous round we saw Tui's falling away. So that
And then they're using the fade eye good on mid as well.
The Sage slow orb is so additive when comboed with the Odin spam from top mid. Previously it had been a paranoia. So all those players, they're getting blinded up and they're running away. Behind cover, behind walls, the Odin spam, it's getting nothing. Now you're getting slowed down into a corner, then a neon stun is hitting you, then the spam's also just removing you from the equation. It is just that one simple switch that has unlocked these last few rounds.
Adverso currently top fragging for Furia as they seem to have found their footing and tied us up at 4 apiece. The timeout has been called.
1,000 damage in Premier just from doing that spam.
So, I mean, interesting.
10,000 damage, Jesus.
On the fly, not needing the coach to get involved.
Bro, that spam is broken though.
2G, not the case.
Well, I think 2G
is just so strong. Because
if
anyone tries to take mid fast, they're just done for. Unless you have a Yoru that can actually just like TP past it.
And sort of revealed the hand of Furia. This time they just overcommitted a little bit. And I think maybe they might want to go back to.
Yeah, I mean they gotta actually default on the sides and then late take middle. That's it.
Ultimate's back up again for him. Having a monstrous
Which spam? It's not even.
himself,
I mean, it technically is a spam, I guess, just but like this line. This line is broken.
Yeah.
Everyone tries to swing this fast, especially if you've got a wall up here.
If
Pretty much what Adverso's been doing the whole time.
Mid in the mid rounds to sort of cut rotates going through, there's options, but that's always going to be hard when that Viper wall can always be thrown up.
Right.
I'm not entirely
sure.
sure.
It looks like. I want to say it's a
Silence
B main default into late mid take, but
here
it's to beat the jump peak.
Well,
okay.
That window opened and shut as quickly as we saw it.
Yeah, and also now seeing that the op is in play.
with an Odin, it doesn't have to be Odin.
Work around that.
I would say Phantom's best.
This will unlock the Nightfall for the attacking side. And so what? They fully send B here.
Yeah, but Furia have 2 players in mid that can quickly rotate in.
And there's nothing to cover that. There was a lineup for Thorns.
How the hell's he done that?
To cut off the rotation across the middle of the map. Meanwhile, 2G full speed ahead. Spike gets behind enemy
Crazy
lines.
entries from him.
Kills, and now the pit in play as he does his best to keep them at bay.
Orongo's on side as
Oh,
well.
before the plant. That's the big kill. Visolt's going to be tempting as well. I think he needs to just not face anymore. Might even be worth trying to Visolt so that you can get the plant down here. Yeah. And especially as they had one dropped, they can just hunt him. This was actually nice from 2G. It was a good call. Oh, that's...
HP just narrowly missing that target. Now you've got
it was
the
nice.
train
It was
right
nice.
into heaven. Tui's with very few options except for that one, and it works out just fine.
Yeah, he wants to pick up the Odin and get out of here. 2G just chose to abuse the B site with the ultimates. And again, there you see a little bit of the.
I mean, that's pretty much how they're winning rounds at the moment. It's from ults.
With the Vise. That Vise wall can be put down on B. That Vise can play anywhere. It doesn't matter. Furia a little bit more locked into their positions. The agents they've gone for. And this is something that even without ultimates, I do think 2G can replicate.
I think so as well.
Like, you see from the combination of the Omen smoke they're throwing on top site, to the fast lane coming out, it's really hard to
Not mad from what you see from Furia. Dude, it hasn't been too bad.
Up by the Nightfall.
The retakes are the only thing that is like
ball is rotating into sight, and then all of a sudden, within half a second,
that is like really annoying me.
And there was
like everything else is just small. It's
for
fine.
Just a moment too, and the lineup from main that does so much to cut off and block rotations coming in from mid. So very well drilled.
Well, Furia have seen that up and called it. Orongo is going to be posted up in A main with that one. And he's always been defaulting this slow. When
Did he take the angle? No.
Mid. So this reveals that he's back on the
smoke goes out. We see the late fade eye over towards middle.
The op is a confidence weapon. And a heavy investment.
It might be what he needs, because the fight has been being taken to him so much. If You can just get one shot off, get out of there. That could be the trick.
Puts the wall up. They still don't know that gun is in play. You also run into much tighter sight lines if you're trying to play the op on A here.
Yeah, this map is very close corridors.
Big Joe once the smoke goes down.
A second opportunity. Just a pixel is all it will take. Can Arondo find success? No. Off the mark.
And
It's a
now
big mess.
the whole of 2G go flying into the
Yeah,
site.
and Spike's just going to go
Arondo
heavy
doesn't
for
have
him.
support
Big
necessary
stun
just
here.
yet.
He's also not fully backing up. Backs up the line of scrimmage just a bit.
Gonna jump spot
but is
stun,
attempting
right?
to dig his heels in.
Dude, the
Now
problem is every time they
rotations have
take this
arrived. Now
space,
reinforcements are
they
on
give
the
them
scene.
so much time to
He
like
still has
get
a
numbers
paranoid
here.
assist from on site.
Dog trying to find the op as another shot rattles off of Verso will fall.
Wait, what's just gone on the site here?
But finally finds its mark, and Paula dashing forward, stuns connect, the spray does too. Paula gets his two, Arondo has to take a step back, and Paula
What
saves
has
it once
gone on
more.
in this round?
Paula just with a masterclass. And it didn't even come down to Arongo's op. We put so much focus on it, he just got smoked off and wasn't able to play the game.
And
Both of these ops, really.
I mean, if not for Paula's heroics, that op is sitting on the ground.
Well.
You lose the sight, you lose the round, probably.
Maybe I'm overreacting. I want the ops out of here. Like
What are some of the best Phantom users? Bang, Texture,
Now he's forced to play so far away
Nats
in
as
the
well.
post
Nats
plant.
is a very good Phantom user.
Hasn't been super involved. Okay, that transfer.
Who else is a good
That was
Phantom
sick
user?
out of Paula.
Quite a few these days. Jing.
That ties us
Yeah,
up at
recently
5.
Jing. That's true. Didn't
Silence
Jing
still
go
sit
back though the other
comfortably
day?
at
I swear I
the
saw
top
him
of
with a
the leaderboard at
Vandal.
14 and 4, and
Did you have a
no
Vandal last week?
Early wall boost
Oh
that
man.
we're playing in front of.
The ranked play.
Prowler?
The Prowler.
The op,
Oh
shut
dear.
off so they
He's
know.
playing Minecraft. Get him out of here.
Oh gosh, I can't believe he got away with that. He should have died.
That's so
Counting his lucky
bold.
stars. And look at how quickly the defense is rotating over here. This is dangerous.
Spikes,
if
mate,
you're
you're
2G.
so
You're
dead.
brute forcing your way
Ow.
into this, and it
What?
might be ill-advised. Spike
Paula.
does his best, but the counterpunch from Paula is prettier. Quite frankly, 3 on the round. 4
One enemy
tries to
remaining.
dash away. Ace not in play, and Prize is left alone. Now Prize has to solve a 1v3
It's like watching ranked.
where he has. I mean,
I
he's
get
got
what-
time.
Like honestly,
And they
I
are
know
not
you
really
kinda
in a
flame
position
him,
to
but
trade each other.
it's
He's
really
gotta iso
accurate.
these fights.
because there's no like,
The op will connect.
there's nothing
Furia
methodical in
take the
terms
lead.
of like, this is what I call ranked. Yeah, bit of map control in terms of A main, B main
Front
into
of the
sight
save
hit.
wall,
That's
you
all
wanna
it
hit
is.
the
I don't.
There's
I
no
think we're gonna
backup
move
plan. There's
on.
no like
Yeah.
question
And
marks
we're just
created.
gonna
There's
talk-
no
talk
exploring
about
middle.
Paula, I suppose.
Yeah.
I feel like Spike sort of
Right,
overforced
FPS.
a
Thank you so
little
much for the
bit
tier
there.
1. Thank you. I appreciate that.
That guy's calm, okay?
Thank you.
Shout
It's
out
just
Paul for
like
an incredible
barrier,
round.
barrier call into the
Forces
center.
2G onto the worst possible buy on the last round of the half.
Yeah. Spike has ult and a stinger. And Silence has a sheriff. Deeper
I mean,
wall.
Spike should be using
from
his
the
ult into
safety,
this
right?
one. B main
And it
pressure
actually
would
gives
lead us to believe that
Furia
it's
a
going to
lot of
burst
information
B.
to work off of, because previously that wall would have been broken down very, very quickly.
Immediately.
And Furia, without seeing or hearing anything in mid, you've got to be prepped for a B pop. And that's, I think, why 2G are slowing down. If they wait till under a minute on the clock,
Yeah, if
once
they
the
actually
stage wall breaks,
smoke,
then the threat of
Fade
an
Eye,
A pop
Prowler this,
returns. You might actually
might
also
get
rotate
more over
back
towards
instead of
middle.
this 3-hold that Furia have going right now.
they walled up Prowlet.
Dog out
In
mid from the
reaction,
attack.
They Fade Eye,
Pauses.
and it hits.
The refresh
Well, it
slows
doesn't hit,
down.
it gets shot. And they have 3-person
Sage wall
stack.
just fell down in main.
Good luck to Spikes, man. Good luck entering into this one.
Silence used a Vice flash there that didn't see anyone, so he knows that Furia aren't playing up behind the wall.
I can't believe Furia are still here B. Given that the wall has gone down, given that you hear the flash, but again, brute force is the name of the approach that they want. They've already TP'd out onto site. Look at where LZ is. Finally dropping down. and
Huge
he
from Heat, man.
transfers all over 2G.
One enemy remaining.
3 kills found. Silence left in 1v2. With
But it's just like so
Sheriff
obvious.
play, has to settle the shots. Gets
There's
it
no
down
way
to
they win
1v1,
this round, right?
33 health left. The spike in hand. Trying to commit to the plant. Will be given the window.
7 for
Crosshair was
Furia?
there for Rongo, and that's
I mean,
gonna be
2G
another
did
round
pretty
for
good to
Furia.
get 5 considering they just played
Huge round
ranked.
take there at the end. Somehow
It was so
dealing with
obvious where they're
silence,
going
who's
every
been
single time.
Just a beast. All map
I would say
long.
Furia had one of the better mid holds. Not that it got fully
15
tested
and
too
6 to
much.
close out the half,
But actually
but
had one of the better
I'm
mid
inclined to
holds.
agree with you. Once he got the op in his hands, it did
Mostly
feel
just
like
because
he
they
slowed down
spammed
for
that
a
angle the
Yeah,
whole time.
It was just hard to find that same level of impact. Yeah, he can have some rounds like this, but it's a little bit too little too late at the end of things.
Still a close opening half on Corrode, 7-5 the way of
Okay,
Fury.
let's
It seemed
get,
like 2G was going to run away with it.
Let's get
I
Dustbin
think we're in
team
for a
speak,
good
man.
rest of the
Where
map.
is
We
he?
will be right back.
Check. I'll be 2 seconds.
I know what you're thinking.
Dude,
Total
EMEA?
blow up. What's
Hold
your
on, let me
secret?
mute this as well. There's too much going on. Pacific EMEA Americas. There we go. TeamSpeak, Discord, same thing. Chat, same thing. Okay, we're good. Where's Yes. Wait, have I got push to talk? I do. 1 sec.
Hey.
Voice activity. Hello, can you hear me now?
Yep, I can hear you.
Lovely. I'll turn you up on this thing again.
You on YouTube or Twitch?
I can stream for you. Hold up.
I don't think I can grow anymore. I won't get big.
Asterisk being Furia getting their win
What?
with
What?
Turtle Troop. But for
You-
both of these teams, there
What
has
the-
been a lot of lack of success and a lot of frustrations and a lot of question marks from the Brazilian
That's the first thing you say when you come onto
All
the
year
stream?
long as well, roster
Yeah.
You're
cycling.
skating on
waiting
thin
for
ice, my guy.
Spike to grow up, to swapping out their IGL on
Yeah, let me turn
2G's
this down
side,
slightly.
Furia as well. Even with Adverso as a late addition here, solve things for stage 2.
Okay,
Trap play though.
who went off on pistol? Surely it was Fury with the scoreline.
Dash out ahead of it, but the
No, it was
counter
2G
utility
Is
is
and
just
2G?
too much.
Oh boy.
And that paranoia no longer being and playing a pistol is notable.
Yeah, now that second layer of stall will not actually be there.
Get on the Furia
Viper
bus,
buy
not
setup
a
is on
chance,
the A
dude.
side of things for
Yeah, I tell you
2G.
what though, I think they're winning this map.
Spike's stun is now gone too.
Yeah.
They don't really have the tools here to hold this back. And Paul is playing with fire, trying to bait them out. The dink will be delivered. But Spike gets the kill,
Dude,
traded
Spike
back.
has a
The
lot of
site
fast
is now
kills
theirs.
though. A lot of fast
Those
stuffs
two
also.
rotates that came through mid as well. You can see there's a Sage Wall put down in the post plant. Cutting rotates, forcing all 4 players through spawn. We saw the inverse of this last half. The one lane retakes never
Wow, man.
work.
LZ did really
And
good to
this
this hold
is the value of
for
the Sage
time
pick,
here as
Doug.
well.
Yeah.
This right here.
How
Managed to
sloppy
get
has this
out
game
back
been?
out onto the site, though.
Not
What?
as sloppy as I
Rondo will
thought.
fall.
The overall
Couple kills,
gameplay
they get
of
back
like
towards heaven,
strategy
towards spawn, where
is
exactly
pretty
what they
low,
need.
but hasn't been like
I
super
think my
bad.
brain actually misfired.
Yeah, you stalled out a
I
little
saw
bit
all the fights in the spawn. I was like, there's no way that Furia are dying. But the more I look at the positions they were taking, they weren't holding the crossfires like we saw 2G holding in their post plants in the last one. They like kept sprinting forward,
Yeah, they
just
scaled too far.
fighting into spawn.
I mean, they really tunnel vision for that guy.
And that little
He's not wrong.
difference, that was all it took.
Couple of light armors on
And
this
so
one.
now
Spikes
2G
gets the
get a
outlaw and they're
very
going
important pistol
over
in this close
towards
game.
A.
They've got an outlaw in the hands of Spike,
Yeah.
a Guardian 2 for
Might
Silence,
be some
and
freebies
Light
for
Armor on
him
2
here.
members for Furia.
Is America still cooked? I mean, certain teams are cooked in Americas, yeah. You could say that for every region.
There's that Anchor line out from Spike. Two shots, 2 kills.
Oh, bro, come on, man.
Well done,
He ran
Turback.
back right.
Weapon not
He
really
was
in a
out.
position to be scooped up, though.
He was out.
That's all you can really ask for if you're Furia here.
Yeah. Not wrong.
Cheeky little lineup. The paranoia, the swing from the other side.
I mean, we're getting our classic kills.
Oh,
Yeah,
he's gonna
it
have his res.
never
for
clean,
next
is it?
round.
Dude, Magi gets this kill.
Down, there's Seed.
Magi had that kill and actually had the res. It would have been nuts. Res for first round.
LZ, that was the last bullet in that magazine, and we might have had a little more silly. But we're now tied at 7 apiece. Now Furia are going to be able to buy back up, and if I'm not mistaken, it was just what the Guardian and the Stinger brought over.
Yeah, just a couple there at the end. Things started out so well. The fact Durango gets a couple there, definitely good news for him. Actually means there's already a res online. I think that res can also be really good when it comes down to these
they
like
pick up
mid-fight
they picked
brawls.
up the outlaw.
You know, if you trade out evenly, get your guy right
Dude,
back
to
up
be-
in
He's the
there.
first one swinging mid.
Yeah,
He
dude,
stopped it.
he's actually everywhere. Everywhere they go, he's here with an outlaw.
Mid-eye to make sure no one's scaling forward. Question is, does Prize scale up after it?
2G have 4 here ready to take this fight once the walls come down. Actually calling out of that.
Yeah, and they've left Prize.
Can you turn up Dasp, mate? Chat. If you're in a call with someone, how on earth do you
He
turn
will be
them up?
challenged. Furia seemingly intent.
Someone that knows what they're doing in
towards A.
Discord.
Playing a very comfortable 1-3-1 here.
Right click their logo. Okay, love that from you guys.
Mid is still so uncomfortable. Like if they pivot back into B,
Here's your
I think
logo.
things could get really challenging for them.
Bit of a false sense of security, isn't it?
Yeah.
They don't really have the mid control they think they do.
Yeah, they have to go into
I
the
think
A
so,
side.
chat.
The B was never going to be a
Wait,
threat
let me
unless
try
they
again in a sec.
manage to find some kills, maybe regroup back into some mains. But we're now down to 45 seconds, Doug.
There are 2 players in pocket on A, and they still don't know where they want to go.
And it's a full bait setup as well. LZ hiding in the corner.
Time is of the essence.
And now we're getting down to that final moment. We're now 2G in mid. Those
let me
mid
focus
players
on the
are
round.
looking to wrap back around in to...
Prize has insane timing on this.
Yeah, perhaps
That's
in a
one
bit
low
of
for
trouble
him.
Here, spike and a miss. Off on the first
Damn.
shot. There's that late crunch.
We got that.
that you
We
were
got that
alluding to.
stinger
He
down.
falls. Honestly, they've done well to get out onto the site and get the spike down in the face of
Bro,
all
you
of
guys
that.
can't keep fighting in that.
But again, there
You
is
can't
no
keep fighting in that. You just
way
got a
out.
bunker
There
on
is no
site.
safety.
They boxed themselves in with this
Yeah,
wall.
they really own themselves with the stage
All
wall.
out playing on the other side of it with a little bit of help. 2G still have not been able to get out onto the site, and so they might be comfortable sitting in these hunkered down
Hey,
positions.
very
Romero
nice.
gets 3 on the round. 2G.
Bonus, got
Take
some
the bonus
upgrades.
and-
It's a rough one for Furia.
There are some
Right,
glaring
Des, let me give
concerns for
some
Furia
attention.
as far as
Right click,
calling early
user
on.
volume. Speak now.
They
Yeah.
find themselves in this
That's
situation
how you
where
do it.
like
There
it's
we
a
go.
1-3-1. In theory, that's good if they can move into a site, but then you know, at a minute 40, that's a great position.
I
to
like
be in, and at minute
the
30,
well,
it's good. Minute
the
20.
Furia
Now, then they get
ideas
down
of
to about a
fighting
minute,
stuff,
50
but it
seconds.
just
Their
seems like
lurks
they
haven't really done
pick the
anything.
wrong
They're not
thing
finding
to
the fights
fight
they wanted.
every time.
And it was
Okay,
just
yeah.
lost due to almost
Can get on
indecision.
board
They
with
did
that.
it on
They were down to 30
they did it
seconds
on
left before they
pistol,
had committed to the
and it was the wrong thing. They did it again, and it was
Because
the wrong
2G
thing
had,
again.
You know, played a couple players in pocket.
At least they're
were
doing it together though, right?
really
Yeah,
conservative with the fights they were taking.
I guess. But
Yeah, no, it's-
Really good.
we were talking about the retakes. They were doing
Bonus
it together
protocols.
too, but that's the issue. On the
Furia still
retakes,
have
you
enough
can't
to
do it
Yeah,
together.
on
together
the-
five.
yeah, on the retakes, I'd
5
kind of
stickers.
like bit of a
Maybe
split
Let's
up.
not do everything
Paula
together.
dashing forward. That's a Vandal
Just
that
a
will
couple
create
of
you and
things.
send you quickly into the next round. LC getting another.
Yeah, it's not a fun position to be in for Furia. Not at all.
Some might say it's self-imposed.
At least they're acting a little bit quicker this time.
Careful here.
The end result is just about the same. Still can't really get an easy plant on the A site. They wall their back, so there's only forward. That's their only option into the round.
Dude, they're in so much trouble.
Do you think if this is their approach, is there something in the composition that's missing that gives you maybe a little bit more
I respect Doug for trying to
initiator utility?
suss it out.
Furia get it down to a 2v3 and manage to get the spike down. So actually hold
He's
that
standing
block.
on his side.
One enemy
2G,
remaining.
beautifully done.
Oh, hold on.
Ursa's gonna have to snap on at these, and he's got
Damn,
two!
last bullet, bro.
He gets all 3. The
Last
rifle
bullet
point
gets
for
us all into
Furia.
the next round. It's actually pretty big for them.
Unreal.
Yeah. Hold up.
It's
a banger.
And it was an equal, so I think their
Sure,
economy
why
is gonna
not?
be good.
Isn't too bad, yeah.
I just want to watch and enjoy. Because this was a full stinger buy.
They're gonna all buy heavy armor though. It's
and now
gonna be gone.
Adverso,
It was a 2v4.
I know, dude, he hit some banger shots, dude. Last bullet on this kill.
But 2G, you can see, like, every single player swings by themselves.
Yeah, they're believing. They're believing. They got a good ult into this round. Surely they make a plan around this ult. Let's find out.
Just when it seemed like 2G was in a spot to run away with this map, with Furia's map pick, no less.
Whoa.
Ah, here's the Sage plays.
I like it.
This right here is the moment we've been waiting for the last 16 rounds.
Prize, you can't be peeking that one.
There's no way Prize is still challenging up there with the Odin.
Heat falls on the extremities.
Yeah, I can't believe they didn't get one for that.
Smaller for Furia.
I like the idea though. 3-person boost over the wall.
Yeah, I'm not really sure where they go from
see
here.
people close.
I don't think they.
That's crazy.
Sorry,
Craziness from
Adverso
Spikes
is
and
alive,
honestly
so
seeing that many people on
we're
the
just
wall and
gonna-
trying to push.
Yeah, good. Adverso, just stand still, and 2G are going to walk into you. You simply shoot them.
That's the win condition, huh?
I worked last round.
Adverso has the ult. This is not a fake. The spike is close by. No, silence did not get tagged.
Still Vi's utility in main, so pretty easy to hold it down.
Beautiful swing off of the flash.
that's a
LZ.
great
Of
flash.
course, paranoid, nearsighted, blinded, gets a kill anyway, but Furia still trying to do their best to get through. 1v1 once more. As Tui's has the spike in hand.
So have I got NRG or Lev?
Anyone's close.
Who the hell did I go
Still
from
far out
that?
of play here.
Did I go for
Too
NRG? I
long
think
now. He's going to be forced to
it wasn't
stick to
a
the lane. It's
confident
time for
pick,
Mike to come
but
online.
I like what I saw from their Haven.
Beautifully done. It's a 50-50 gamble there for Tui's. No real way to know, and he guessed wrong.
Back to 1-9 lost
2G
ball.
back in
Yeah,
the
I was
lead.
gonna say it's a rough round for them to lose.
I really didn't think it was going to go their way once Paula found those couple of kills.
How's Furia looking? It's better. We can't say it's not
Really, I think
better.
what this game is coming down to is just awareness in these late round situations and how well you can play off your teammate.
I'm a bit
right
worried
next to
when
you.
we don't
Going
go
fast
to their
speed
map,
here.
but
No mid control, no A default. Everybody
Yeah.
B main. And you're going to have to deal with the thorns, the wall, and the
yeah,
flash.
they got so much delay
And
here.
the spam.
Which wall, by the way? The Vi's wall or the Viper wall? It's all there.
I mean, you still got the neon backside.
Okay.
The prize has not been cleared.
I mean, maybe Paula can just kill everyone. It's always
Wait,
an option.
actually,
Getting ones.
yeah, he actually had potential
Getting
there.
ones, but the defense will hold again. Gobert
Okay,
gets
big
his
Byron
three,
for
2G
Furia.
gets a
It's
10,
like a
and now
must-win right now.
If you're a fan of 2G, you're kind of
Dude, I'd be down for
comfortable
doing that
here.
mid
You're a
thing
little
again just to
optimistic
fight
because
mid.
Once again, you're in a position where you can run away with the map.
Right, yeah.
You just have to avoid the pitfall that was a couple of rounds ago where we saw that
Sideshow and TMV are losing it? Why?
And you know
It's
what?
not that bad from what we've
2G
seen.
Are coming into this next round kitted out of their minds. They're going to have 5 ultimates ready to go. They should have all the tools, like you're saying, to keep this snowball rolling. But it's going to have to come after Furia call a timeout.
this round very, very well may decide the map. I mean, you take a look at some of the finances for Furia, there isn't much, so you imagine they're going to invest in, but this is where, again, 2G have to avoid the same mistakes that they ran into a couple of rounds ago. They can secure this map. They can walk away with this comfortably.
Yeah, and even the round that slipped away from them, by all accounts, that was a completely won round, right? That was
Until it wasn't.
It was a 3v1
Right.
with poor spacing
Yeah.
going into
Yeah.
clearing out the last guy because you just
Was
thought you were
Apex
better.
K-Corp
You weren't,
worse?
you know, fully
Yeah, just in a
detail-oriented.
different day. Like
the
the
retake.
Apex K-Corp
And
stuff,
which one of us
like
has
the
it?
macro stuff was a lot better.
I
The
mean,
micro
I do
stuff
it
was
more often
worse.
than not.
I too
Wait.
irresponsibly swing when I
Yeah.
shouldn't. And so I get it. But also, I mean, if you're 2G,
Where
if you
here
wanna
it's like
get
the
your
macro's
first
not
win
great.
on this stage, if you want to walk
They're
away
not
with
doing
best
like
in Furia,
they're not really
the
doing
Brazilian
good stuff
brethren,
as a team.
You got to get rid of that
But
crap.
some of the
man.
micros is fine.
I mean, this is also a situation where it's the two teams in Alpha Group that don't have a win on the board. You lose this game, you're already in a pretty stacked group.
Right.
Good luck making it out.
Okay, big round for Furia.
Very
It's a
quickly
must-win
checking
for
in,
them.
Silence
They're up
continues
against
to top
5
rank for
ults,
2G, 21 and 8.
so that's not great.
Hey, it's pistol round. We're back. That Omen stun line or paranoia line ready in B main off the jump peak. Except this time, there's a Viper's pit in A as well.
Same I mid to make sure there's no scaling forward.
The
Oh, we're still
great
going.
stun.
Yeah, they are, and they know where he is. A counter paranoia
Wow.
does not punish.
And now
Can't
you're
be
facing
any
the
better on that
situation where
stun.
do you fight back and re-clear into the neon? Okay, we get the res, but there's no way you can finish into A because not only is there
Yeah,
the
and-
Viper
but they've
ult there,
delayed them a lot
there's
though,
also
especially with the
thorns
smoke
on
to
the
try
ground.
and
There's still another
confirm.
thorn on B too. There's utility all
Strong
around the
pit.
map.
I mean,
Yeah,
everywhere
they-
strong on the
And
map,
they're
it feels like.
filtering into the space in mid.
They have to re-clear everything.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
have no
Let's face it,
info
Furia
anywhere.
did not really invest anything to maintain. And they have no idea.
Oh, the
Spike
spade is great.
Best baits.
They're not
gets
gonna-
one kill, but Prize
So
once
good.
again tucked. in
And
the
now they got an
tiny
extra bait on
supporters.
top of
Will
this
get
from
checked.
Silence.
Still gets a kill. Looking for a little bit of help, and Silence strikes at just the right time to get one of his own.
Not too bad.
2G just taking their moments to bully Furia as they scale forward. Now Furia 2 alive. 2E's ults next
Yeah,
to
and they
Heat.
didn't hear it, so
2G are gonna
looking
allow
behind
them
on
to
this one.
have this site. But how
30
do they play it
seconds left.
after they plant the spike? They don't have enough time.
Uh-oh. Doesn't have a good gun to
Still
spam
so
this.
far away from the play because he was having to maintain the pit. Halsey realizes where the threat lies. 2E's in Heat, standing side by side. Shoulder to shoulder
Oh,
and high.
he's flanking again, Gobert.
He's got smokes, no flash
Second
to speak
time.
of. Gobert has a spit.
See if they
This
expect
Viper
this.
molly might just wreck
Huddle
him.
in here. There's so many things that 2G have to clear. Every single thing has to be considered.
Last player
And
Ooh.
that's going to be
Nice
time.
shot.
That's the big one. LZ's left in 1v2. First threat dealt with.
Damn, nice shot.
Manages to get one, but cannot connect. Furia get to 9.
They're pretty good. They got the trades out everywhere.
We can't understate how important that round was.
I
for
don't think
Furia.
Silence
The econ
needed
would
to
have been
play it
broken.
middle here, but I understand
You
that.
know, you're playing against some powerful ults on the other side as well. Furia now giving themselves the slightest amount of breathing room. It's still not comfortable. It's still not easy.
That mid fight really felt like where it all fell apart. I mean, you remember Spike had an advantage. It was
One-way
a 5v4
smoke
at the very
there.
beginning of the round.
Yeah.
After the B main fight.
It really would have been big.
A 1-round lead for 2G as they're still trying to clutch onto this advantage
Especially once he had, like,
and translate
cleared
convert
this
it into a
corner.
map win.
These early rounds are all about trying to get a read where the defender's overplaying. Is it mid? Is it going to be A? So far, 2G have been lining up the Viper and Vise utility pretty consistently. Over on
Dude,
the
they got
same
so many
side.
ults.
And Furia might.
This is the round to use it for 2G. 1-9 loss bonus if they lose. So 2G should be using kind of everything on this one. Question mark over towards middle.
The global stall power of
Kinda.
2G is incredibly potent.
And the Prize's ult, too. Remember,
Oh, yeah.
he's been playing across the middle of the map, rotated back towards A. Hanging on.
Bro,
to it
he
for
ate
now.
that
Both
Omen
Neon
flash.
dashing right by each other, and Paula who walks away on top.
LZ can't find a kill inside
The
this smoke
great
either.
Omen flash
A
from them.
beautiful entry, and Paula consistently the hero from Furia in this game.
That's an
Let's give them a
interesting
chance to tie
pathing.
things up.
He stops right outside of the
LZ and
smoke.
Gobert clear the middle of the map, make sure there's no one left. And this might be a save for 2G.
It will be. Again, the value of the Sage and the post plant. If Furia are able to be successful on these opening gambits, right, when you hit into the site,
2G have
playing
to
the
save.
post plant should
This
in
is
theory
just going
be
to get really
so
close.
simple for them.
3K, everyone surviving.
Because of the utility that they have in post plant?
Yeah, I mean, the
Right.
Sage
Regen
wall is going to
armor?
last the entire time of the spike ticking down.
Sure.
You can then focus almost
No
all
double
your
hop
players
to
on just
Fury. I mean, in
watching
Fury,
one
they
line.
had
Yeah,
the
your
fast
flank might
rotates.
be a
That's the
little
fact
bit
this Omen
vulnerable
flash
'cause
was
you don't have
great.
a Vise wall or Cypher.
Like,
you
2E's,
know,
I'm pretty
any
sure
of
hit
that
them both,
utility
so
to
they couldn't even,
guard it.
they
That's
couldn't
not
even
a
do anything.
real issue on a map like this where you can group up together in the post plant.
And when you're up in numbers, you can afford to put somebody in that weaker position
Oh,
if
yeah.
you need to, much like they had 2Es playing on A main in that exact same spot. So, yeah, you're absolutely right. If Fury can continue to get out onto the side and get the spike down, in theory, the formula gets much easier.
I think the issues for Furia will come if 2G play less committed into mains and they sort of bunker down on sites deeper, like we saw Fury themselves adjust on their defensive side. When you deny the
Back
early
pulse,
fights
maybe?
on the actual sites themselves, attackers
Yeah, I think
oftentimes
it's,
run in this situation where you
2G.
can't actually accelerate all the way in and plant the spike. You never have full
The
control
vibes on
of the
Fury
space.
must be sad. I mean, at least last
So
week,
2G
it
will
looks
call a
a
timeout.
lot better now.
Possibly to consider the very thing we were just discussing.
They've been dealt a lot of rough.
A player who, you know, we've talked
I mean, the
a
visa
lot
stuff
about
is
on the
just
show, and everyone was really excited to see was
sad.
Spike.
I agree.
And he's had a couple of moments, but so far, how would you rate his performance relative to how the rest of the stage has been for him?
I would say weaker than his other matches. I mean, even in their losses, the guy's been pretty lights out for the team.
Currently sitting top 10 in ACS after only winning one map of the 5 that he's played.
Yeah, that's kind of just crazy on its own, isn't it? But I think what we saw a few times in the first half on the attacking side, he was, I mean, always the first into sight.
Sure.
There are a few times where after Furia adjusted, he just got shut down on that initial entry. He's been kind of matched blow for blow with Paula on the other side of things. I feel like it's one of them getting a 2 or 3K in a lot of these rounds.
Okay, they force
Silence
though.
comes in and sees it through.
Are they not missing?
He has been the difference maker this map, hasn't he?
Ever since
No,
the,
okay,
the
smoke's
pistol,
down.
the very opening.
So what are the
Dude, if
adjustments
they
on the other
actually
side of this timeout?
they start losing these, they're gonna.
Prize is still playing towards A.
Furia gonna have an ult
LZ
cycle.
controlling the middle of the map
Or
as
at
well.
least a few of the main ones.
Yeah, 2G forced up into it with not full rifles. Guardian and Bulldog. What they're doing is they're playing.
Yeah, I think this is damn, it's big damage. I think this was an actual timeout to just be like, make sure you use these ults. Like this is the win condition. It's all in on it.
I'm gonna say it doesn't matter if you have worse guns. We're just gonna play better together.
And they create a question mark over towards middle, but I'm looking at Spikes and he wants to clear this. And speaking of clearing, A main cleared, middle cleared. It'll only be that they don't have info for a little bit.
But the other way, 2G lose this.
Prowler goes over towards A. Do they over-rotate because of that info? Yeah, and that draws Spikes over. 3 passing on A. Pretty nice right now from Fury.
So the longer Furia take to actually pop
That
onto
one
the site,
fade Prowler.
the more and more they're going to get stalled away because they don't have the luxury of a lurk.
Omen ult fast rotate. Oi,
Paul's on a solo mission, him against the world, and so far it's working.
Complete hero for the team. If he can't get that, the round's gone.
The late plant.
Silence still has the ult, and that might be the way.
Yeah, it might be the fade ult retake on this one. Fade Vice, so they're just gonna send it. 4v5.
The late rotations through.
2G have to take their time. The Nightfall is so far away
Oh,
from
dude,
the
they're
rest
going
of the
for it.
team. And here it comes.
Spikes didn't clear close.
So they're still gonna have primary weapons to get their way through. Paula pushes out.
What is going on over there?
It's not gonna be enough.
Did he have a shorty and he I think he had a shorty.
He's gonna get it down to 1 and Prize settles.
He had a shorty, right? And then he had to start going for knife hits.
Prize had to get that for his team. Lose that and it all slips away.
That was nuts.
But what on earth is happening in that retake? I mean, the Steel Garden comes out, so all of Fury are forced onto their secondaries, and they had shorties bought up. But the utility connecting from Prize's Fade as well revealed the positions of those site players.
No more distractions.
Come down to that narrow of a margin to keep 2G in
that
the lead.
was every ult, and
That was every ult, and they're about to go up against ults. Like Furia, no joke, are in a pretty good spot. They should probably try getting an ult, get res. Boy, it's a bold man 3 passing over towards middle. Spikes in, is committed, he stunned himself. Oh, brat, that is not the round to do this. How has he got away with that?
Wow.
How's he full HP?
That's unbelievable, and
feels
he's
sick.
out.
Criminal that he gets away with that.
A hit and run, and Furia are speechless. Timid.
The money's kind of weird, too.
That was an absolute shocker. I cannot believe I can't believe they get 2 kills and they get away with full HP.
Map point. And sure,
Oh man, I feel like Fury should be calling a little better here though. That res is just the round, is it not?
Still fresh in 2G's mind.
You can just prod.
Yeah, I think he got res here because he died.
Because he died, yeah.
They should have defaulted the North.
Down and they will succeed.
It's a big kill though.
It's his name.
All of a sudden, the probability of this becomes a little
They clear
less
this guy
certain.
close, they can do it.
Mid lost ahead of the smoke. And Verso swings through, but Gobert will cover. Still an advantage for 2G, albeit slight.
This was a great setup.
Narrow margins. Gobert plays just right. Pixel perfect. 10 seconds left.
10 seconds
Spike
left.
scooped up. And 2E's
He
committing to the
mollied
plan.
one
Will
side, the
succeed,
smoke on the other.
but has to pull off this 1v2.
It's great.
Late on the map, a map pick that they need to secure, one that they brought into the fold.
They know he's there.
What they thought
Yeah, that
was
was a
their
nice
home
little
ground,
double.
and 2G are knocking on the door.
Ah, dude, Furia, man. If they just
opening
called
fight
better
was
pre-barrier
everything.
here. I mean,
I
honestly,
still can't believe.
even with their call, they
can't
actually should have got the
believe
kills at middle.
that Spike gets that kill. It
Yeah.
looked like he was fully stunned up in the corner.
Now, bro stunned
He brought
himself in the
balls.
corner,
Yeah.
no doubt.
I don't know that we're gonna get a
Yeah, the
look at it
replay
again,
guy's
but
done him a
I
niceness
agree
for
with you.
sure.
That felt like the difference maker. And how many times have we seen Spike in this map get into a position that feels a little uncomfortable? You should die, you somehow get the kill, you stay alive, and then what?
Whose map is this? Is Furia's
It's just
map.
impressive to watch always. He's a guy that never stops to ask himself, like, what could go wrong? You know, if he sees an angle, he's going to take an opportunity to go for it, and you have to, right? When Neon's the best agent you've got.
That thing you said about the calling, that's the Brazilian main issue in my eyes.
And you begin
What,
to
pre-barrier
understand
kills?
as you see him now on
Yeah, no,
on the big
IGL
stage.
in general, because
so
if you
excited
look at it, the good IGLs that led
Certainly would make a
Brazilian
name for
teams were
himself
not
here.
Brazilian,
Yeah, Sadak.
Now about to
and then ZR.
take down Furia
Yeah,
on
true.
their map pick. First time seeing either of
So
these two teams play
that's something
Corrode.
that
It's been very close so
the
far.
Brazilian teams
You
like
guys
a
have
lot.
IGLs.
No,
So often, you know, the
people trust
chaos
so
of these
much
late rounds,
on the aim side of things that they don't.
single player showing up,
They just
seeing their
don't
way
take
through it.
enough time to
I really
study
liked
the
how
game
2G
like
Yeah,
on this.
yeah.
played that-
It's not
that
appealing
final
to them.
2v1 right next to each other. Great spacing out of them. They have locked in since that timeout.
Dude, it has
Close
such a
things
when
out.
that happens, it has
Close
such a
out cleanly.
ripple down effect, like within the region. It's crazy.
3 ults on the side of the attack.
Yeah, no, it's
Imagine those will be part of the plan.
it's the reason you see like all four
aggression
teams not
from 2G.
being very well. One
Yeah.
of them imports an IGL.
They're not really taking any of these timing windows that are being provided.
The
by
other
Universal's Eye.
imports as well because they
Furia are
put
trying
Verno
to
to
see if they can
IGL
maybe
lately, so
Eat
like
up a Vise wall if it's on this side of the map.
It's not.
and
Hence the jiggle.
pretty much the same thing also happens
Yeah,
in
it was.
Brazilians.
It
Yes.
was just about baiting utility, but now what that means is in mid, all of a sudden huge space taken. And Verso holding, and Verso waiting! And
Ooh,
done it.
waiting for a
Right.
reaction here. This was nice.
Adverso, beautiful.
You guys had fallen.
2G extend just a bit
Yeah.
too far. And Prize might try to do
And no
the
one else.
same.
Yeah.
Maybe he'll have a little bit more success.
I mean, once you go down in numbers, you've got to step up and take a
Nice
risk like
shots.
that.
Nice
That is
shots.
pretty.
Wait, really
my
nice
God.
shots, man. Res goes in. Nothing to
Rez
stop
will
this.
certainly tip the scales back in Furious
Yeah,
favor.
call over towards Beast where they know they had the
Now
info.
they can regroup back
They saw
into
one
the B
earlier,
site. The round
did a bit of
started
damage
by
to him.
baiting out some gas, by baiting out the thorns on the ground. They know there's nothing else left to stall them here.
An orb line up towards heaven.
30 seconds left.
To force Gobert out of the play. And Furia will, or should, it's probably a better way to say that, should get to 11.
Spike planted.
2G are going to have to save these guns. Few players wouldn't be able to buy.
Yeah, they cannot invest into this.
And if you contrast this with, you know, round 10, 10 on 10, it was
And
such
they
a
got really good
pivotal
ults
round,
going
right,
into
where
the last
Furia's
round.
econ was about to be broken, and 2G had 5 ultimates.
Like, the combos should be
now we
crazy.
head in to whether
Fade,
or not it's
Fade
into
into
map
Neon,
or we're going to
Neon,
OT.
Omenal at the
2G
same
are only
time.
going to have the Nightfall.
Then you get over
And then you-
towards
On the other
side, you
side
got a,
of things,
you got a
Furia
Viper
have
ult.
access
Like, it
to
should just be
4
done.
ultis. They
2G
can
might do
blitz their
something
way to a site.
aggro.
They don't have to worry about a Vise wall or
Yeah,
any
to
of the
not
stall because
get
the Nightfall
exact
plus
on.
Neon ult combo is so deadly.
Right, and then you've got 2E's TPing back sight, and I
Yeah.
mean, who knows what
There's
what
a lot
happens
to
there.
work with. I mean, and then you get a post plan. You have a Sage wall on one choke, a Viper ult on the other. 2G have to somehow get in front of this site hit because I don't really see a world where you're retaking heavy numbers into the tools that Fury would have.
The
at
problem
their
is
disposal.
2G just kind of went aggro in reaction and died.
What is the call here for
So to
2G?
then call something
You're right, do they play
aggro
ahead?
again,
I mean, you take a look at this replay here.
I can
with Verso getting 2
understand
mid,
it
that
having
was because they tried
backlash or
playing
people not
ahead.
feeling
Yeah,
confident in
that
it.
was a contact walk though. I could see them going
But
back to the
at
pistol
the
round.
same time, I think
That's what
I
LZ's
think
set up for. Again, it's
Furia
jump
wouldn't
peeking in main
expect it.
from Spike.
Yeah.
Paranoia ready to fight forward.
3 people that can get one shot. We got
Blow up the
retake
map.
with the fatal potential, and again
Really
just
surprised
heavy
Furia are not just fully
overwhelm.
sending it onto a site here,
Oh,
given the tools that they have.
okay.
The
The
map
Fade's
on the
having none
line,
of it. I
it's a
was going to say
triple
that was
boost
actually
spot mid.
the important person killing the Fade.
But I think by only seeing the one person there, by not seeing this wall held down, they might actually expect that 2G have gone back into pistol. They've shown this setup 3 or 4 rounds already.
Part of the concern, though, is that wall has been so valuable.
3-person stack over towards A, flash, wall, Thorns. Omen flash over towards B, they clear this so they can get a faster rotate as well. He's definitely not going to overextend after what happened last round. And I'm pretty sure Furia wrecked here. Omen flash is great though. Doesn't check the corner.
Traded back by Prize, though.
No one else is in. They're all stuck behind the wall.
Oh boy, what are they doing now? 45 seconds. They cancel on this one.
Fury can't go anywhere except for Tui's with the ultimate.
Omen
The trouble they got into in this exact position.
to pick up the spike. Wait, what even happened with this Omen?
He ulted into A main
He
itself.
ulted
Into A main where they were.
We're down to 30 seconds, Doug. Surely you can't do this.
Not gonna find a challenge.
Wow, he spread the defense. Yeah, I guess.
Suspicion, surprise might be there. The gun barrel gives him away. Prize settles the shots, but is traded
Dude,
right
this
back.
crossfire's too strong.
They don't have anything coming in from A main, so once again they're gonna try to funnel
he left him.
and they're gonna succeed. 13
10 seconds.
left.
Oh god.
Silence is the
No
final boss.
way.
Can he hold them back?
Whoa.
As the clock ticks away, Tui's
Wait,
gets
this
three,
is
the pick goes
crazy.
down.
And they got
Source
the spike
just
down.
barely. Spike and LZ trying to avoid OT.
Bro, look at the
Spam
HPs.
not connecting. It's all onto Spike in a 1v2. The youngster thrust in a position to be the hero.
It's an instant decision
He's
make
gonna take his
from him.
time.
He gets here a little faster than maybe they think, but he is watching
but
it.
the pit still has to be dealt with,
And he might just walk in.
and that is formidable on the other side.
Yeah, damn.
Spike gets cleared.
How is Tui's on that?
That was a ridiculous round out of Tui's. I mean, Furia got out.
I don't get Silence leaving.
Leaving? Yeah, that was bad.
Yeah.
And somehow still
And I don't get the angle, like this angle here. He's got to tuck in.
Each one of these fights, there as well, seeing the player trying to push into the Viper's pit.
Like he has to tuck in there, and then Silence
That is
has to
just
swing
one
off of
guy
him.
saying this game is not over.
Yeah, because when Silence swings, it means they are committed.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
they get like
In this,
yeah.
in this best of 3 on Corrode, and then Sunset and Ascent if needed.
You
to
just
close
got your
out the
first
series.
contract for a
2G
team
on
for
the
the
attacking
Norwegian
side.
Valorant League. Oh, dude,
Lean towards
congrats.
B.
Any tips? You're kind of nervous.
current
Dude, it's so normal to be nervous. It's fine. Just play like you would in scrims. That's it.
They're able to abuse
As long as you do
side
everything the same that you do in the
anchors, being
scrims, then
consistently.
you won't feel the nerves really.
Things
This is
aren't
just
changing
normal
this
stuff that
round
you're doing.
either. Slow
Jawei
walk
with the
into
tier
B.
1. Thank you so much, bro. I appreciate that.
Ready to rotate in.
He will try to delay with the spin
Whoa.
spike. What in the world?
What in the pathing is that, bro?
Where it should be.
That's crazy.
Getting out onto the side and getting his 1 kill, but the rest of Furia holds the line.
Just shots through smoke connecting. Now the Sage slows to stall.
I think when they do
2G
this, if
played
they got a
without a
full
lurk,
commit,
there's
especially with the
nothing to move
smoke
back
over
into.
towards heaven with the
There's no other
Viper,
option.
do they not
There is no
have
TP.
to double
If they go
TP with
back
the
all the way
Omen?
into A,
Are we not
check
all
out
in
main,
there?
Tui's the nemesis.
Especially
kept
because
this map going.
they had
That's
the
the reason
Viper
we're here.
smoke
He'll be
for
there to
mid,
greet them.
so he can do an extra
Question is,
smoke
will
top
it be a
side.
warm
Yeah,
So
that's what I mean.
He's not ready
They
for it.
got the
that's a spike.
smoke in heaven.
Tui's not
Yeah.
over swinging,
Dude, Tui's
waiting for
looking-
the fight to come to him.
Looking great in the past 2
Beautifully
rounds.
done.
Oops.
How is this guy
30
alive?
seconds left.
How
Yeah,
is
the
he
bullets just
not
aren't
taking any
connecting on him.
damage?
Rise.
Still had a flash that
He's a
late in the
demon.
round, too.
Dude, Furia taking this map.
Fury have brought it back.
Yeah, I think they're good
This
for it.
half was a disaster. You think about
You know what?
So
What
many
drives me
times
crazy? You
on the
mentioned
defense
this in the
side of
first
things.
half.
Go on.
It's
sorry, the
literally
attack
just
side of things where Adverso
everyone
gets
starts
that
like outside of
1v3.
A. In
This
this
game
round,
could
in
have
this
been
case,
over
was outside of
so
B,
many
and they hit
times.
B, and then they have nothing else when they get stopped.
Yet Tui's
Yeah, yeah.
Like
No one
nothing.
gives
breathe
themselves
life back
like
into this team.
options.
Yeah, no alternatives
Yeah,
at all.
yeah.
1 round away from taking Corrode.
It happens a
Fury now
lot.
to set
It's
the
got a lot.
pace.
Like most teams have got a lot better at it, but yeah, it still happens at like the lower
Always
levels.
been good when popping out into this B site.
Just Thorns here.
Like they are outside of B, a little
Eric
exchange of
challenges this angle
fade
a
eyes
lot.
in mid, exchange of
Fury are
crawlers.
always waiting
When
for
they
it,
hit
slipping
B.
into the site.
This is actually better from Fury.
Slow will stop
This
the
guy
stream
should
for just a
bail though.
moment. Paul is kind of in an awkward
Wait,
position.
this is
here.
such a weird round.
Meanwhile, Adverso falling.
About to take a mid duo,
Well,
Viper
they're playing
Omen.
right on the other side of this utility. They're playing right next to one another. And Furia
Bro, you
get a
cannot
massive
commit to that.
advantage.
No, the lurk
Keep a
won the
close eye on
round
Heat.
for sure.
There's
Rotating
another
across
lot
the
coming in
map
as well.
late into this, and there's nothing to cover it. 2G are in trouble. They've got to win the fights on the site, and they have to do it now.
Dude, they just gotta wait for Heat.
They just waiting, yeah.
The chokehold on this map is tight.
Holy, they want a map, man.
Now
Can't
he's
tell Z.
smokes.
Silence left in a 1v3. Make that 2.
Oh
Right.
boy.
Still
Oops.
some time to play around this.
Res upon planting.
But so much easier said than done. Silence gets
Big
it down to
res.
1.
Spike planted.
He's dude, he has got someone next to him.
Silence
And they're
has been
behind.
so good all map long.
Here goes the
Keep
reses.
delivering
Team
it. There
comment.
it is. The res online. Silence forced to swing out and try to get these fights. Still not able to
Okay.
Oh,
connect
they
on the one.
owned it with the
That was
res.
a massive window that's been gone.
Big,
Gets his
big
one.
for Furia, okay.
Furia
They
take
got a
that
map.
one.
The belief's gonna be here.
I still don't know if I believe it. I'm having a hard time registering.
Ah,
That Furia
how can
actually
you
just
not
took that map.
believe it?
It was 2G on